Good morning, dear Sangha. Today is February the 15th, the year 2004, and we are in the Deer Park Monastery during our winter retreat. We have been learning about the practice of mindful breathing. Mindfulness is the kind of energy that helps us to realize what is going on. And the first object of our mindfulness proposed by the Buddha is our in-breath and our out-breath. So when you practice breathing, when you breathe in, you become mindful of your in-breath. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. This is my in-breath. Breathing out, I know this is my out-breath. Just recognize the in-breath as the in-breath and the out-breath as the out-breath. It's very simple. So during the time of breathing in, you just recognize the in-breath as the in-breath. You don't do anything else. You just enjoy doing one thing. This is my in-breath. It's like recognizing your son visiting you, or your daughter visiting you, or your friend visiting you, and focus your attention entirely on him, on her. And this in-breath is also, you focus all your attention on your in-breath and smile to it like a friend. And that is mindfulness of our in-breath, of our out-breath. And then the Buddha advised us to allow our in-breath and out-breath to be relaxed. Because sometimes our in-breath, our out-breath is not harmonious enough, it's not calm enough, it's not peaceful enough. So we smile to it and we say, my dear in-breath, allow yourself to be relaxed. There's nothing to worry about. It's like you hold your baby in your arm and allow it to relax. So you do that with your in-breath and your out-breath. You smile to it. You recognize it and you smile to it. It is something everyone can do. Very gentle, very mindful. And during the time of being aware of your in-breath, you are concentrated on your in-breath. So mindfulness and concentration, they go together. Mindfulness of the in-breath and concentration on your in-breath. And you know that the energy of mindfulness and concentration is the energy of the Buddha. While you do the mindfulness of breathing, the concentration of breathing, the Buddha is in you. You are protected by the energy of mindfulness and concentration. It does not take long. It takes a few seconds in order to bring the Buddha in, to allow the Buddha to manifest. So it is like holding the baby and allow the baby to relax. We hold our in-breath and out-breath in our mindfulness, the arms of mindfulness, and allow our in-breath and out-breath to relax. And very soon you will notice that your in-breath will become softer, become deeper, become more harmonious. Your out-breath becomes slower. So the element of relaxation is brought into your in-breath and out-breath, and you feel better. The quality of your in-breath and out-breath has become better, and it will influence your body and your feeling. You feel better in your body, you feel better in your feeling. Because our breath is connected with our body and with our feeling. And you can do that wherever you are. Driving a car, you can enjoy your in-breath and out-breath. Sitting on the grass or washing your dishes, you always can enjoy mindfulness of breathing. When you make a pot of tea, when you prepare breakfast, you can always enjoy your in-breath and out-breath, always generating the energy of mindfulness and concentration. To improve the quality of our in-breath and our out-breath is very important. Peace, happiness will be possible with our in-breath and out-breath when they have become more peaceful, more harmonious, deeper, slower. Breathing in, I notice that my in-breath has become deeper. Breathing out, I realize that my out-breath has become slower. And these are elements of peace you bring into your breathing. And then the second object of mindfulness is your body. The first one is your breath. The second one is your body. Breathing in, I am aware of my body. My body as a whole. So this time the baby is not only the breath, the in-breath or the out-breath. The baby you hold is your own body. Breathing in, I'm aware of my whole body. So this is going home to your body. The mind going home to the body and recognize the body. Breathing in, I am aware of my body. It's like breathing in, I'm aware of my in-breath. Now, I'm aware of my body. And when you breathe out, you can do the same thing that you have done to your in-breath and out-breath. Breathing out, I allow my body to relax. Because there is that element of tension in your body. It's like the element of tension in your breath. And if you have been able to allow your in-breath and out-breath to relax, you remove the element of tension or pressure in your in-breath. Now you do the same thing, exactly the same thing with your body. Allowing your body to relax. And that can be done in the sitting position, in the lying position, in the standing position, even when you drive your car, this is possible also, allowing your body to relax. And the smile can help. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. Breathing out, I smile to my body. A smile always has the power, the capacity of bringing relaxation. On our face, there are hundreds of muscles. And when when we are fearful and angry, all the muscles are very tense. And if you look into the mirror, you see how tense is your face. But if you know how to breathe in and breathe out mindfully and smile to yourself, and then all these hundreds of muscles will relax. The tension is gone. The time of a smile. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. Breathing out, I allow my body to relax. All the muscles on your face are relaxed. Now you look into the mirror. Well, your face is relaxed. It looks much more beautiful, fresh. And that is the effect of a smile, a mindful smile directed to yourself. So now, breathing in, I am aware of my body. Breathing out, I smile to my body. This is a smile of friendship, a smile of compassion, love. And you know that relaxation can bring about healing. Most of the disease can be cured by relaxation. Because when you are relaxed, you allow your body to heal itself. Our body has the natural capacity of healing itself. If only we know how to allow our body to rest, to relax, the healing will take place without any struggle. So in the first 4 exercises, the Buddha proposed to us the practice of mindfulness of our breath and of our body. The first exercise is to be aware of it, and the second exercise is to allow it to relax. Relaxing the breathing and then relaxing the body. And we have come to the second series of exercises on feelings. We learn how to bring about a feeling of joy. We learn how to bring about a feeling of happiness. We learn the techniques of letting go, the techniques of mindfulness, the techniques of concentration, the techniques of insight. It's not difficult to bring about a feeling of joy and a feeling of happiness for our nourishment. And then after that, we learn how to recognize the painful feeling in us and embrace that feeling and allow that feeling to relax. The feeling is a formation. Formation is a technical term in Buddhism. It means phenomenon. A flower is a formation. It's a physical formation. Our anger is a formation, but that is a mental formation. So feeling is a mental formation. There are 51 kinds of mental formations as taught in Buddhism. Formation I like the English word because it has the meaning of forming. When conditions come together, when conditions are sufficient, and then something is formed, something manifests itself, like a flower, like a house. The house is a formation. The cloud is a formation. The flower is a formation. And our body is a formation. There are many conditions coming together in order for our body to manifest. Samskara, that is the word in Sanskrit. Samskara. So our feeling is a formation, a mental formation. And an exercise is the seventh exercise is to recognize the painful feeling. Breathing in, I am aware of the painful feeling in me. Instead of trying to run away from your painful feeling, instead of trying to fight or to suppress the painful feeling in me, I practice according to the teaching of the Buddha. I recognize it and I embrace it tenderly with my energy of mindfulness. Breathing in, I'm aware of my painful feeling. Breathing out, I smile to my painful feeling. Exactly like when your baby suffers. You don't punish your baby. You don't try to run away from your baby. Instead, you recognize your baby and smile to it. And pick your baby up and hold your baby tenderly into your arms. This is the practice. Absolutely non-violent. Very gentle. So last time we have spoken about our consciousness in terms of store and mind. Our consciousness has at least two layers. The lower layer is store consciousness. And the store consciousness contains within itself seeds of mental formations. So 51 variety of mental formations. And fear is one, anger is one, despair is one, mindfulness is one, compassion is one, joy is one. So when the seed of anger or despair is watered, it manifests here as a mental formation. And here is the upper part of our consciousness called mind consciousness. And we have compared it with the living room and the store consciousness with the basement. So we keep in our basement all kind of seeds. We use the word seed because the Sanskrit term is bija. Bija means seed. And before the mental formation is manifested here, it stays down here in the form of a bija, of a seed. Every one of us has a seed of anger. But when the seed of anger has not manifested, we can be joyful, we can enjoy. That does not mean that anger is not in us. Yes, while you are having fun, the seed of anger is always in you, deep down there. You don't suffer because it has not manifested. So someone may come and say something and do something and cause the seed to manifest. And now the landscape of the mind consciousness is different. It's not pleasant. The living room is not livable. So the seed of anger become the formation of anger. It's a kind of energy that can make the situation worse. And then for a good practitioner, when anger manifests, she knows that she should not allow anger to be alone in the living room. That's not wise. She has got the experience. So she immediately invites another guest into the meditation hall, into the living room. And that guest also from store consciousness. So by the way of mindful walking or mindful breathing, she invites the seed of mindfulness to manifest. And mindfulness is always mindfulness of something. Mindfulness cannot just be mindfulness of nothing. When you breathe, that is mindfulness of breathing. When you drink, mindfulness of drinking. So mindfulness always must always have an object. So mindfulness invited in order to recognize anger. This is mindfulness of anger. A feeling of anger, an unpleasant feeling of anger. So anger, the feeling of anger is energy, one. Mindfulness of anger is energy, two. And this is object, this is subject. The mother embracing child. Breathing in, I know that the feeling of anger is in me. Breathing out, I smile to my anger. So during the time of the practice, the energy of mindfulness is penetrating into the energy of anger. And mindfulness should continue. If you continue to practice mindful breathing, mindful walking, mindfulness will continue. Because you need that energy in order to recognize and embrace. The mother has her energy of tenderness. When she holds a baby like this, the energy of tenderness penetrates into the body of the child. If there is no tenderness in the mother, she is not a mother, right? If the energy of mindfulness, if the energy that comes up does not have the capacity of holding with gentleness, it is not mindfulness. So while the mother holds the baby in her arm, the energy of tenderness begins to penetrate into the baby. And the baby feels better. Although the baby still suffers, but the suffering is lessened. It is like during winter, your meditation hall is very cold, and you wake up early. It's your turn to hit the meditation hall before the Sangha comes. So the air in the meditation hall is quite cold. So you turn the heat on. And the heat begins to send waves of heat. And heat waves are not trying to push the cold air out. There's no fighting at all. You cold air, you have to go out. This is my place. It's not like that. The warm air comes and embrace until the whole meditation hall is warm. So this is a matter of embracing, not a matter of fighting and chasing. So your anger is not your enemy. If you try to fight your anger, well, you create a kind of conflict within yourself. You transform yourself into a battlefield, and that is not Buddhist meditation. In Buddhist meditation, there is no fighting between the good and the evil. The so-called good is the mother. The so-called evil is the child. And the mother just embraces the child and transforms. Absolute non-violence, non-duality. It's like in the morning, in the early morning, the lotus flowers are still closed. But the sunshine continues to embrace. And the sunshine penetrates into the lotus flowers. And a few hours later, the lotus blooms. There is a transformation. So if you know how to generate the energy of mindfulness and embrace your painful feeling, and then first of all, you get a relief. Because mindfulness has the power to recognize, to embrace, and to bring a relief. And you feel better. And if you know how to practice looking deeply into the roots of the pain, you have the kind of understanding that can liberate you from the pain. It's like the mother, after having embraced the baby for a few minutes, she finds out what is wrong with the baby. The baby may be hungry, the baby may have a little fever, or the diaper is a little bit too tight. And that is the observation done by the mother. The mother is a meditator. She wants to find out what is wrong. What is the cause of the suffering of her baby. So we practitioners, we always look deeply to find out what is the roots of our afflictions, of our pain. And if we do well, we discover the roots. And when the root is discovered, well, we are free. So mindfulness can be described as having the function of recognizing recognizing what is there, in this case a painful feeling, embracing. Bringing relief. And if you continue the practice of looking deeply, your mindfulness will bring in insight. Insight about the nature of the pain, the nature of the suffering. And insight has the power of liberating. First of all, you recognize the pain, and then you embrace the pain, and you bring relief into the pain, and then you practice looking deeply into the nature of the pain, the roots of the pain, and when you get insight, you are liberated from the pain. But there are blocks of pain within our stored consciousness. And because of our defense mechanism, we don't allow them to come up, to be recognized and embraced. There's a natural tendency to suppress, because we know that it's not pleasant to allow them to come up to the living room. So we have been practicing in order to suppress them. And we do it all the time, and we don't know. When you feel that it is coming up, you pick up a book and you read. You pick up the telephone. You do everything in order to suppress it. You are doing it several times a day. But a practitioner should do better. If you have mindfulness, if you have enough the kind of teaching and practice that can help you to handle the pain, you should allow it to come up, in order for it to have a chance to be recognized, to be embraced, and to be discharged slowly of its energy. Because every time the block of pain is recognized and embraced, it will lose some of its strength. I call it a bath of mindfulness. Allow your pain to come up and take a bath of mindfulness. Embraced by the Buddha, embraced by yourself. Many of us have set up a kind of barrier here, kind of embargo, and prevent these feelings, this block of pain to come up. We want to lock the door and not allow these things to come up to the living room. We want to invite items of consumption to come and to occupy the living room. Music, entertainment, books, films, conversation, and so on. Our strategy is to keep mind consciousness busy, to keep the living room occupied, so that these things down here don't have a chance to come up. That's our strategy, but we don't know. We are doing it all the time. That is why we have created a situation of bad circulation of our psyche. You know that if the blood does not circulate well in our body, well, we'll be sick. You do everything in order to promote a good circulation of the blood, including massage, physical exercise, and so on. So our consciousness is like that. If we try to suppress like that, we create a situation of stagnation, bad circulation of the psyche. And that is why symptoms of mental illness begin to appear. Sometimes in the form, in its physical form. Sometimes we have headache, we have a pain, and we try to look for its cause, but cannot be found. The real cause is in the store consciousness, because you have been suppressing these mental formations. You don't allow them to circulate. That is why the Buddha advised us to open the door. You don't like it, because you don't like it come up here and it make you suffer. You are fearful of these blocks of suffering. But if we know how to practice mindfulness, if we know how to strengthen the seed of mindfulness here, so every time we need it, we just invite it to come and to do the job of the mother, recognizing, embracing. And that is why the daily practice of mindful breathing, mindful walking is so important. It helps the seed of mindfulness here to grow. And every time you need her, you just touch and it comes up and take care of the pain in you. And when you feel that your mindfulness is strong enough, and you should unlock the door and allow your pain to come up. If you are not sure that you can handle all by yourself, ask a Dharma brother or a Dharma sister to sit close to you. Hold her hand. Please, I am going to invite it up, so please help me. Alone, we may not be able to be strong enough to hold our pain, but with a Dharma friend, we can. And then if you have a Sangha, that's the best. Because a Sangha is made of several members. And if you allow the Sangha to embrace your pain, it's much easier. You know, when you throw a rock into the river, it will sink right away, no matter how small the rock is. But if you have a boat, you can transport many tons of rocks and it will not sink. And the boat is the Sangha. If you come to the Sangha and allow the Sangha to embrace your pain, you will not sink into the river of suffering. You will survive. Dear Sangha, I have a lot of pain in me. Please help me to hold it. That is taking refuge in the Sangha. That's the meaning. Sanghang saranang gacchami. I take refuge in the Sangha. I surrender to the Sangha. I allow the Sangha to transport me as a boat. So you allow the feeling of despair, of pain, or of anger to come up and manifest. You are not afraid because the energy of mindfulness can be invited to come to do the work of recognizing, embracing, and bringing the relief. After having hold the block of pain for a number of minutes, it may like to come back here, down here, install consciousness, to become a bija is it again. But it has gone through mindfulness. It has been embraced by mindfulness. It has taken a bath of mindfulness. And when it comes down here, it is a little bit weaker. And now you have confidence. Next time when it comes up, I will do exactly the same thing. I will smile to it, I will embrace it tenderly. Even if I do not have enough strength in order to look deeply into its nature, but I am already capable of recognize it, embrace it, and bring some relief to it, with or without my Dharma brother, my Dharma sister. So by allowing your pain to come up and take a bath of mindfulness and go down here, you help create a situation of good circulation. You are no longer afraid. And anything that push the door would like to come up, to be recognized, you allow them. Because you know the practice. You know the practice of mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of emotions. So if mental formations are free to circulate like this, and then symptoms of mental illness will disappear in a few weeks. And psychotherapists can play the role of a Dharma brother, a Dharma sister to his or her patient. And they have to teach their clients to do walking meditation, to do mindful breathing. They don't need to become a Buddhist, no. They need only to heal. And mindfulness of breathing, walking, smiling is very healing. This teaching and practice has to do with the fifth mindfulness training. Those who don't know how to practice, they keep the embargo here and they prevent the blocks of suffering to come up, to be recognized and to be transformed. And their way of doing is to consume. They have television, they have radio, they have music, they have books, they have magazine, they have conversation to keep the living room occupied. But looking deeply into the items of consumption, we see that very often they are toxins, poisons. Because a television program may contain a lot of anger, violence, fear, craving in it. And while you consume 1 hour of television, the element of violence, of despair, will fall like rain into your consciousness and will make the blocks of pain in you stronger. They strengthen the negative seeds in you. So if you know how to select your items of consumption, if you only consume what is healthy, and then the good seeds down here will profit and will grow. But if you don't practice mindfulness or consumption, and then the items that you consume will water the negative seeds in here, the seed of craving, the seed of despair, the seed of violence, they become very strong. And when they are very strong, they can just push the door and they settle in, whether you try to suppress or not, especially during the night. And your night will be unbearable. Your days also. And that is why the practice of suppression and consumption is very dangerous. That is why the good practice, consists of 2 points. The first point is not to suppress anymore. The second point is to consume only the items that can bring about understanding, compassion, health, and so on. We are determined not to consume anything that contains the element of craving, of fear, of despair, of violence. And that is why the fifth training is very crucial for healing. Both our body, both of our body and of our consciousness. Because the fifth mindfulness training is about mindful consumption. Mindful consumption helps to prevent these negative seeds to grow and to help the positive seeds to grow. And it make it easier for us to open the door, then allow the pain, the sorrow, the fear to come up in order to be recognized and to be embraced. So the first two exercises on mindful breathing is to be with our breath. The object of our mindfulness is our breath. The third and the fourth is our body. The fifth and the sixth is a feeling of joy and happiness. The fifth and the sixth is to bring about feelings of joy and happiness, to make us stronger, ready to do the 7 and the 8, which is painful feeling. That's the method proposed by the Buddha. The 9 go deal with the mind, other mental formations. But that will be the subject of the next talk on Wednesday. But here we know that the first 2 breaths is have our breath as object. And the next two, focus on our body, recognizing our breath, relaxing our breath, recognizing our body, relaxing our body, bringing the feeling of joy, bringing the feeling of happiness, recognizing the painful feeling, relaxing the painful feeling. The method of the Buddha is a very consistent. Recognizing, embracing. And then the third step is looking deeply into it. So those of you who have not been there in the last few weeks, you might like to get the tape or get the CD and listen, and you understand better today's Dhamma talk. The Sangha asked me to announce that Sunday, February the 22nd, there will be a talk, public talk at 2 p.m. in the University of California Irvine Brand Event Center. And you might like to invite your friends to come. And the theme of the talk is creating true peace, transforming violence in ourselves, our families, and society. There will be 4,000 seats in the hall. So you can bring many friends. Tickets, general admission, $25. Students and senior citizens, $18. All sitting is general admission. Doors for the event open at 1 p.m. To purchase tickets, Brand Event Center ticket office with a telephone number. For further information, you can look for this sheet outside. And all the monastics will be there for chanting and supporting. Today is the 15th. This will be on the 22nd. And all of us will get out of the retreat and go to the talk. This is a Sunday? Yes. So there will not be the talk here. So all of us will go there, okay? And those who are in the retreat will go there by bus. There will be many bus transporting us there. So there will be no talk next Sunday here. The talk will be there. Yeah. And just one talk, not two. Anything thầy should say? More thầy should say? That's okay? Yes, there is a book spoken by Thầy. And about the 16 exercises of mindful breathing. This is Dhamma talks given in a 21-day retreat organized in Burlington, Vermont, several years ago. It gave details on the exercises on mindful breathing taught by the Buddha. So it helps you to understand these Dhamma talks, the path of emancipation. And you can see, I think, the text of the sutra in it, the sutra on mindful breathing.
Thưa Mục sư, con sẽ nói sự suy địa
When will be the arm round?
The arm round will be the coming Sunday. 28.
Yeah, 28. Someone who knows very well about that, please come up and tell us. Thầy Pháp Hải. Thầy Pháp Hải is organizing it. There will be an arm round in the... Can someone get a sheet? An announcement? Do you have any? Đi ra lấy.
Dạ thưa, xin kính mời đại chúng đi dự cái buổi khất thực. But thầy, you explain about what mean arm round because people don't understand why we have to do arm round.
We have done it a few times in Northern California. The monastics holding the bowl and do walking meditation in the city for people to see and to come and offer the food in the bowl. And that is what the Buddha and his Sangha did every day during his time. So now from time to time we repeat that, we enact that in order to show the people to remember, to help people to remember how the Buddha and the original Sangha did. And a few weeks ago we did that in San Diego. And people come and they brought their own lunch and water, vegetarian lunch and water. And a child offered Thầy an apple. And we sat down together and we ate in mindfulness together at the same time. The energy is very good. And after that, Thầy gave a Dhamma talk. They were walking meditation and sitting in Dhamma talk. It's almost a day of mindfulness. It's very pleasant. So we want to do it once more in Southern California. Saturday, February the 28th at 10 a.m. Mile Square Park, Fountain Valley, Orange County. Arms round procession. Event entrance is on Euclid between Warner and Edinger. Not a lot of information. For more information, contact so and so, Nu Hong. But the idea is that if you like to come a little bit before 10 o'clock. The monastics and other members of the retreat will be there. And there will be a procession. And then after that, everyone will sit down and we do the 5 contemplation and we enjoy our lunch in mindfulness. The Buddha said that the Dharma is to come and see directly. And I think the Sangha also. We are the Sangha. And we just cannot talk about the Sangha, we have to come and see the Sangha directly. Because the Sangha embodies the practice. So when you see the Sangha, you can see the Dharma and the Buddha. And that is why the arm round is an offering, because many people cannot come to the Sangha, so the Sangha goes to them. It's very kind. So that is the reason why we offer 2 arms round this year. Everyone will enjoy the atmosphere of mindfulness, concentration, the energy of the Sangha. So we may like to bring our friends, and especially the young people. That's the 28th. 1 week after but that was that will be on a Saturday. So we have the Dhamma talk on Sunday again here. I am a little bit confused.